We are on day 5. Okay, please no notifications. Nanocam. Well, we already used the nanocam. Okay. Okay, I think we've seen all of this. Yeah. We've seen all of this, unless there's something more below here. No. Okay. So the one thing I looked into it, I need like 10k for rent. That's, I don't know, it feels expensive. Go to work. Evening. Huh? I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. You can take a break, you know. You're quite the hard worker. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford to not come with the bar closing soon. I wonder if any bar has used impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What did you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet? Nope, I wouldn't worry too much about him though. If you say so. The girl's still here? Yep, she was sleeping so peacefully I felt bad about waking her up. Good. So, would you mind doing that for me? Actually, yes, I mind. But you're the boss, and it's kinda my fault she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady, sleep another hour and we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. Where am I? Oh, right. The shoddy downtown bar. Let's see, all my gear is in place. And neither my pants nor my panties, shirt or bra have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. Good evening. Evening? Oh well, it's the best night or day of sleep I've had in quite some time. Sorry for all the trouble I may caused you today or last night. Don't worry about it. You're so nice, flat bartender. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel right now. Hello guys and girls, streaming chance back in action with her batteries reloaded. Ah, the moon, it burns. I feel like I've just unleashed something terrible onto the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Hey, what's this bottle? A bottle of absinthe I had at home. I went to have it appraised, but the guy said that without label there's not that much value to it. It's still a nice bottle of absinthe though. I see. Are you gonna serve it today? It looks like the absinthe can be detected by the station's database, so it's not counterfeit. I'll serve it only if customers ask for it. Sounds good? Want me to serve you a glass of it? I'll pass, absinthe not my kind of thing. Well then, I'll be in my office, careful with that thing. Alright. Okay then. Music time! So, what should we go? There's 5 per page, we have 12 slots. I'd go one from each page, huh? Or okay. There's only one here. Okay. Okay. Do we go for J-pop? I like the snowfall. Okay. I need to get the soundtrack for this game. Okay, that fits. Interesting. Sure. Time to serve, mix and change life. Wait, that's not how it goes. No one here to retort. Man, it feels lonely without Gil here. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming here. That's a brain. How do you... Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx. Welcome to Valhalla, what can I get you? Let's see. I have a green fairy. Green fairy? Blue fairy. Sorry, the obscene border distracted me. Let's give this brain a blue fairy. How about if we give it absinthe? Just for a... Here. Listen, I don't have eyes, but I can still see, and that's not what I ordered. I'll keep that in mind. So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. You can drink stuff? Indeed, I have the same system Lilim do. Can I ask you something? Miss... Call me Taylor, just Taylor. And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I've met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor. Nah, too easy. You are a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram of that, I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So how, why? What, does my handsomeness make you speechless? You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. Fear not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations. A speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottle brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature. All while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure. What brings one of our world's 5 brains in a jar to a place this though? Oh, I'm from around here actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly no, otherwise I'd remember a cute face like yours. Speaking of which, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill, that's a really cute name. Thank you. Hey, weren't you scared of going outside today with the commotion around and all? It didn't stop you from coming here either, did it? Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic, did you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all. Just that I figured a brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I ever could before. Plus, I'm doing something that will help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder. Do you wanna make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Alright then, yeah, I'll make you happy. We already messed the perfect orders cause we gave her the green fairy. Here, a beer. Ah yes, no matter what happens, beer's always good. It's interesting though, just yesterday I was talking to a client about brain uploads. You were? Yeah, we were talking about how even if you upload your brain, you'd still be here. I've thought about that too. Do you think that you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred? Like, would she remember everything, like waking up someplace else and so on? That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about being able to transfer someone's brain into a lilim. One of the brains is being used in such an experiment actually. It can make a functional lilim. Unfortunately, the wiring and other such stuff makes it look more creepy than anything. They aren't transferring his identity or anything though, just wiring him to a body. Oh. You'd think someone would rather do that than float around exposed in a jar? I have to admit the whole brain thing does look creepy. But the body I'm telling about is just uncanny looking. Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you saw yourself like this for the first time? It was quite a shock actually, it didn't last too long though, I never was too attached to my body. Later in my life that was almost literal. You know what the downside to this body is? I can't get drunk. If you want to call that a downside. If you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why though? William can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brains are a computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavior cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work. Yeah, you're right. Hey Jill. Oh, Alma. Alma. Where's the courtesy one who expressed from plebeian bar staff? Is this sage in disguise? Welcome to Valhalla, what can I get you? Happy? Not when you put it that way. Why, hello there, beautiful. Wow! You hurt my feelings with that, darling. Sorry, you don't see talking disembodied brains every day. I mean, I did work a summer in lily maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you, Taylor. Hey, Alma, can I buy you a drink? Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic and have at least one face. I know just what to strive for then. Just kidding. It'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you? I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that. Awesome, I'll pay for your next drink then. What will you have? I'll have a cobalt velvet. And you, Taylor? I'm fine actually. You're gonna have me drink alone? I don't wanna drink that much. Okay then. On the rocks and mix. Your drink? Hope you enjoy it. You know, you've been nicer to me these past minutes than at least 3 guys have been in the last year. Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right? Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right. Really? One would think it's been longer. It feels like it's been longer. Shut up, you love me and you know it. So you just started coming here and that was it? Well, the first time I came here, the other guy, speaking of which, where's Pablo? Gillian? Archimedes? No, adventuring or something. Anyways, the other guy served me the first time I came here, nothing unusual there. The next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving and I don't know, I felt like she just gets me. There's this chemistry, we click, she says. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than with many other people is kinda sad though. It's always good to see a nice friendship. Tell it's getting late and I've gotta go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. See ya. Bye. Please come again. That Taylor sure was nice. A bit weird at first though. Apparently one of 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. There's a summary of it in this pamphlet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one. Hey Alma, how many people are there in your family? Just curious. Well, aside from my mom and dad, we're 4 sisters and 1 brother. Funnily enough, we all have names that start with the first 5 letters in the alphabet. So you're the eldest one? No, I'm actually the middle kid. You're the middle kid, but your name starts with A? Don't think too much about it. I never said the order reflected outrageous. My sister Carlotta's the eldest one, then there's Diana, just before me. Then comes Eva, and at the bottom lies I'm sorry, the youngest one is Bernardo. You've never been alone, I'm guessing. Can't complain about that, I guess. It helps that we were never 5 in the same house. By the time Evita and Bernie were born, Diana and Carlotta had already moved. Speaking of family, today I came because I needed a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Evita and Bernie do, not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister, Diana, just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Never mind the fact that they need to go to school and all that. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. She wants time for herself to live her life. She didn't think about what she married to the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she had only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was the one time when it almost happened, but I blamed the damn stadium key scam. This scam? I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced to me. Seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us and instead of kissing me he proposed. Really? I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh? So I take it you rejected him in a stadium on the effing kiss cam? We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know, maybe he wanted to get in my pants with the whole sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can understand why he thought it would be a good idea. That sounds too convoluted, you know, proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex. Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you in their bed. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Some bottled absinthe I found at home? It's unlabeled, so it's not that valuable. Do you know how to serve it? I'd usually need some kind of spoon to perch a cube of sugar, but the station does that all for me. Do you want some absinthe then? Sure, let's try it. Careful, it's a strong drink. I'll tell you if it's strong or not. I mean, it is, holy shit. Are you okay? I'll be fine, I've had worse in college. What did you do in college, by the way? Jaeger bombs, giant taco pizzas, a cute student teacher. We all did a cute student teacher at some point in college. I'm talking about studies, woman. I know, I'm a computer engineering dropout. Dropout? I was getting fed up with the whole make programs for other people thing. I see. Alright, now's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well, I'm an only child. My mom and my dad split amicably. My mom is a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Huh? Didn't you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. What made you stop? I don't know. I just kinda said that's it one day and stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? I see very little of them actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mom's family live in France to boot. So your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak French? Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher this hard. Monarchie played Angeli. Nope. Oh. Ooh, what does that mean? Rubbish? I don't know, I can't speak French. I did try though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by. But you'll be hard pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. We're kinda lucky, you know. All of my mom's side of the family lives here. The chances of me meeting someone I'm related on the street are ridiculously high. Just lowering that a bit. But yeah, that's the primer on my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. Your mom's a French violinist and you call that uninteresting? I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic, like if I call you a mixologist. Please don't. Ever. Sounds like something somebody would say to make bartender sound sophisticated. Yup. See? I mean, hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security, I'm their woman. You've told quite a few stories about cracking into databases or retrieving info like some sort of mercenary though. That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? A mostly honest job, sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had a Sudoku or crossword with me. But at some point, they started feeling kinda samey. So when I started college, I took a course on system security. It felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. It's kinda like an always evolving puzzle. A moment. Oh, that's the good song. It's kinda like an always evolving puzzle. A puzzle I help make harder at that. Huh? I didn't think about it that way. It is less actiony than what movies make it out to be though. No real-time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling. Will you have anything else? Give me something non-alcoholic. I wanna play it safe with the whole absinthe thing. Simple enough. Let's just start from here. I don't remember what she likes. She had a beer, a cobalt, velvet, glassy burning. I don't think she likes sweet. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with this. Here. I hope you haven't spiced up this one. I don't know, please. Hey Jill, what's the worst that could happen if you don't get your drinks right? Well, people have the right to not give me money. If they don't pay for it, I don't get my bonus. No bonus means less money and no tips, which doesn't help because I have to pay bills. Oh, I see. Do you have to make an effort to pay your bills? Nope. You have no idea how much I hate you right now. Well, my job pays pretty well and I'm not the kind to spend too much on things other than food and bills. Maybe maintenance on my hands and new equipment, but aside from that... Oh, I know. If you have trouble with your bills, why not live with me? We could be roommates. You know? Moving my stuff through the stairs because the elevator's broken. Having to move my liquor collection. Never mind the fact that my cat's a shut-in that got very upset the one time I moved some furniture around. The idea of moving just gives me a headache. You shouldn't take things so seriously when I say them, you know? I don't, but I've thought about it before. Now I need some air. I'm gonna take a break. You wanna come? Are you inviting me to go back to the back of the bar? You shouldn't invite me. You should invite me to dinner first. Every minute you waste making jokes is time taking for my break. Fine, let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anyone comes in. Sure. Oh, we have a cat. Who doesn't know what he wants. Break. It is now safe to keep playing. Is it though? Is it really safe? Cold. At least the tea is hot. Or at least warm. I'm gonna keep the same. It sure is chilly out there. It's kinda refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine, yeah, he's a cool guy, very respectful. Apparently he got into some legal trouble, that's why he's like that. Really? He could also just be a very nice crackhead though. I have a cousin that lives like a hobo actually. Really? It's a bit complicated though. Problem is his family has tried to get him to live with them, but his pride won't let him accept their help. He'd rather live on the streets for some reason. You can tell with some people, sadly. Why did he become a hobo in the first place? Bad investments and debts. Bank evicted him from his house. Oh. It's a serious problem because he has epileptic attacks but refuses to take his medication. I just don't get what's up with him. Honey, some service here. I'm here, don't scream. Oh, were you two hanging at the back of the bar? What kind of stuff were you doing? Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? What do you want? Something soft, something sweet, no alcohol please. Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from a vending machine? But I like you! You dislike my presence so much. Sweet and non-alcoholic, you say, alright. Sweet. Sweet and soft, she said. No? Let's go here. Sweet and soft. A blue fairy, I guess. Yeah, blue fairy looks like it. 2, 3, 4. I thought powder delta was sugar. I guess this might be as well. All aged and mixed. Here, like you asked. See, you don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines. Unless you're Lawrence. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of cola. Lawrence? A friend of mine, he's a vending machine. Oh. Oh, but how impolite of me. I'm lovely and my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes, nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Alma. The pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say? Yep. Why? Nothing, I guess I've heard about you before. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me! Mostly about your, luckiness. And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker. So much for trying to be subtle. Hey, I take pride in my job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself, thank you very much. I like how she's pouting. Where do you work, Alma? I'm a hacker. Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says that's hacking, right? No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen? No? I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it. We won't know until you try, right? Last time I said that I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's ass. It was a success. Okay then, let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright. First I do some research on the target, OS, servers, how the information is stored and all that. There have been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way. After that I start testing the networks. I go through the basic protocols, try known exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. I see. Then when I'm finally in, I go and retrieve user privileges. This is going like high over her head. After that I go and try to become a super user and get what I need. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone already gave me. But the usual way is using a buffer overflow. What happens next? What happens next? Wow, she's excited. I create a backdoor in the system before leaving the cover and covering my tracks. I can't handle it anymore. Alma, hack me like you've never hacked anything before. Hey? Make my buffer overflow, create a backdoor in me, escalate your user privileges, find flaws in my security. Sorry, I got carried away. No shit, what happened? Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook? But they make it sound like they're having sex instead? Suggestive scenes, yeah? Well, that whole thing was kinda like that for me. Really? I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything. But trust me, if you recorded yourself giving a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you'd make millions. Horny Lilim are an unexploited market. I see. Oh, looks like my red is here. You're right. Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me. Is it alright to ask that from him? It's okay, I've known him since preschool. It just so happened that he got married to my sister. Hey Dorothy, you need a ride? Can you drop me by 3rd Street? Sure, it's on the way. Yay, I'll take your offer then. Bye honey. Later Jill. Oh my. This is getting... Hopefully next week I should have another universal controller for the mouse receiver, and I don't need to replug stuff. Take care. The street seems noisy. Oh, a client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get? Such a small yet comfortable place. Truly an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of the suburban desert. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather and forget their troubles for a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkie can just sit to kill their insides. Truly a real persona non grata. That's Latin for mysterious place, by the way. I'm so smart and philosophical. Alright, we got ourselves a persona non grata here. What will you have then? 17. Excuse me? I said 17. 7 plus 10. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Just to be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be 17. What's drink number 17? Piano Man. Is there a drink that has 17 things in it? This has 4 of each, so there are 5. That means this has 20. This has 11. No, 10. Yeah. 5, 5, 5, 3. This is 18. 5, 5. 5, 3, also 18. Yeah, I think it's drink 17 then. Piano Man. On the rocks and mixed. How is this a 17? Isn't, you said 17 would only be related to your drink if I thought it was, and I think it isn't. Oh, you subverted my expectation by taking me literally, sneaky. And what brings you here, mister? I'm Armandio, Virgilio Armandio. See, I introduced myself using the Asian order because that's a lot more polite. Right. And I came here looking for an otherworldly experience. I was passing by and saw this place. It's called Valhalla. I wanna see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls. The golden hall full of never-ending banquets, the lively Valkyries looking over them. We have some arcade machines on the corner. No, you're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic, I'm giving a mystical air to a mundane affair. I wanted to see drunk people, I wanted to see waitresses and food. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, you're out of luck, today's been quite a slow day. Not that I'm very surprised given how things have been going in the streets though. Humans are a nasty bunch, that much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other, but that's to be expected from the only mammal to kill its own. I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Oh yeah, then give me an example, not zoologist bartender. Like I said, I don't know exact details, I just know that that isn't right. If memory serves right, once a lion takes over a pride, every cub born from another lion is killed or something. Takes over a pride, you can't take over a pride, pride isn't a tangible thing. You need to stop making things up, not zoologist bartender. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? The atomic number of chlorine? No, and Chloe is a name, not a number, you know. The group where halogens are in the periodic table? Stop making up words like halogens, periodic and table. Okay then, I give up. 17 is us. What? Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That number is the whole foundation of you and me. It's 23. What is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17. Well, they're both primal numbers, so it's the same idea. Primal? Do you want anything else? I'd like a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat. Okay. He wants a plum floating perfume in a son of a bitch. I think this is what he wants. Plum fume. Here. Ah, you didn't. Wait, you did. Enjoy. I'll drink this, perfume. You don't really have to. Yeah, let's be silly. You win this round, bartender. Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death? How? What if we're already dead, both of us? What? What tells you I even existed before I entered the door? How can you assure me that this reality is real and we are not, in fact, in heaven or hell all along? What if everything up to this point is just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in his room? I could punch you to make you feel reality. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality is real for me, and that's all that matters. Such a close-minded way of seeing things. You need to get away from the factual facts, open your mind to things beyond your reach. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. The Habanera has started. It means the twilight of the gods, in German, by the way. I think my brain left that away. Well, you're on your own, bartender. Enjoy your next world order. What? A couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems. Oh hell. Let me take a look out the window. Be careful. I see lots of flashes in the distance, most likely gunshots. Jill, come here a sec. What? About 5 gigabytes of reports proving that several White Knight squads have been used to cover illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue and using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Several counter-terrorism forces from neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the vice president. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zaibatsu Corp CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly in and outside of that bank, it seems. I'd recommend you stay here tonight. It's dangerous to even think about going outside. What if they break in? They won't. Even then, the bar has quite the security system. Yeah, it has her. And I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus. Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight. I'll get you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office? No, I guess it's fine. Good. Let's hope everything gets solved by the morning. I'll have Zankanto on hand just in case. The metal bat with nails. There's nothing it can bash. Ty, Gil, 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. Sleep tight, I'll protect you. Yeah, we didn't get the flawless service bonus. Hey, that was a short day. I think we can do another one. He says... Day 6 break. And now this was gonna be super long, right? Rise and shine. Yeah, morning. It's 11 AM though. That's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corps president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knight they spot. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. I wonder if Sai is okay. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say even safer wherever he is than here? I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Oh, alright. Hey, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good? And here we are. The scrolling stuff isn't helping, sorry. Home sweet home, thanks a lot. Hey boss, wanna hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit. Mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that the beer always leads to something else. To more beer? I was gonna say to one of us going for the Spanish announcer's table, but I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me? Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though. Smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Hey, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Alright boss, you're not very good with the cold, are you? What? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist, I have this hoodie from some time ago and it was too big for me. Bye bye then. It was dirt cheap? Right. Wait, where did you get this one? I don't know, some flea market ages ago, why? Nothing, just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use, it just stripped. I see. You can keep it if you want, I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough, 17 plus how much? 17 plus I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. Hey Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Yes, it's called a cat. No, not just 4. It's just wary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly though, just give him time. He's unusual looking, blue eyes on a black cat, they usually have green. Yeah, weird. At first I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home we had a bear. I see. What? Good old Bosco, he kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. Can I change? No. Me taking such a sappy pic? No. A framed picture on printed paper. It's so vintage. I wish there was a back option. Who are these? That's the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Is this pic recent or actually that one's from 3 to 4 years ago? You look exactly the same. I'm only 27, what did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly, let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit when calling her your ex? Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. We never broke up formally and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away, haven't said a word since. Really? It's hard to picture you doing such a thing. You look so happy in the pic. Why have her pic out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pat your head. Dozing off knowing they're there watching you, protecting you. I don't know, I felt nostalgic, then miserable. I'll just put this away. I'm meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. It'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? Looks like an envelope. It's nothing. No, please give that to me. Right. I saw nothing, don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Damn, you have lots of beer. Beer so far 0, cans left, remaining beer 100%. Well, the BTC gives me discounts and the point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. So apparently there are different amounts of beers you can drink and it unlocks different things. I'll definitely have to redo parts of this game a few times. Let's have one. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and this? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA, this one is more of a Pilsner. In English please. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. I don't know, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Is this one made with that, what was the name of the base liquid you use at the bar again? Nutriogenic Ecometrical Lidonjol or NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And it's this one made with it? Let's see, yup. Here it is, near the end, NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? It serves as a stabilizer if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks. I see, and I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. There's my alcohol collection if you feel like getting anything else. Those bottles over there? I can't afford a fancy fridge or whatever for them, so I have to put them in plain sight. I'm guessing if some authority on alcohol came here, he'd stab me for crimes against beverages or something. Anyway, many of them are still drinkable. I could get you some of the absinthe I brought to the bar if you want. I'm not an Oscar Wilde kind of person, sadly. I'm more of a Theodore Roosevelt girl. I have a teddy bear on my closet, but I don't think you can drink it. Nah, that's what I... Wait, you do? I'm not ashamed of Dr. Fluff, but it just so happens that I have a cat. And I don't want the bear's feelings spilled all over the place. Oh. Anyway, bear's fine, don't worry. If you say so. Where did that collection come from anyways? Calling it a collection is too generous, I think. I got it from my grandpa. He made a will where the only thing stipulated was that I got them. That's sweet. I've already done some of it over the years though. Half of them have colored water instead of alcohol. I guess you need to be an expert or something to notice the difference. Yeah, I make sure the water's the right color though. Bottom line, if you wanna taste anything from it, let me know. You're too kind. On a side note, it surprises me you kept that poster of me in the room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know? Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. Still wondering why you did it though. Aside from feeling an empty spot in the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny too. I guess it's like if someone gave you, I don't know, a dildo-shaped trophy or something and you had it there as a conversation starter. Although no one comes here anyway, so it's kinda pointless. What? No steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think, and I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort. A different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess, and not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy? Did you just call me dildo face? That's what friends are for. Hey Jill, where did you get that black 4-ball? Well, as with any black cat or house cat in general, he's actually a stray. I found him in the alleys near the building not long after I moved here, I think. Ah, I see. It was quite the sight though. He was cornered by all these dogs, but they were keeping their distance. He was holding his ground, hissing and scratching as much as he could. There was a fried chicken bucket nearby that had some rainwater in it, so I threw the water over the dogs. They ran and I figured the cat's mom would be nearby, so I left. Then I noticed people looking in my direction as I walked. Turns out the little shit started following me. So I brought it home. At first I wanted to see if I could find him a new home, but having him welcome me whenever I came back was just too much for my heart, so he ended up staying. It was destiny, girl. When he came he was so cute though, not like the fat mess that's sleeping on the table. Or, hey, you're not a spring chicken yourself, you know. Oh, it actually did that in front of someone else. Oh, anyway. Don't anyway me, do you normally speak for a cat like that? Maybe? I wonder if Gil's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby, unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How did you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. He what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have money for it. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him. So I decided to take him at face value. I judged him from what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. In return, the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole robber thing, I couldn't ignore someone desperate so easily. I see. You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you weren't, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker, I can't remember her name. Alma? I was gonna say Armitage. Well, she's hot, I'll give her that much. She's also a nice person in general, but damn, she's hot. Are you alright, Jill? Yeah, why? It's weird to see you so openly that someone's hot. What? Even you can see she has a hot body, boss. You'll find no objections here. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about taking her to a room and... Jill, you sure you aren't drunk? I'm sure, but those are the thoughts I leave to myself. I don't think I could handle her in a relationship. She has weird standards. That and she's as straight gets. She's still a lovely person though. That she became a regular is a blessing. Any regular is a blessing when you get down to it. There was also that sex worker robot girl. Dorothy. She intrigues me though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the year and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes to it with such childish excitement. I've kinda noticed that too, but then again, Lilim can be weird. You think? Lilim operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. Not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they are different. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72, it's a social interactions model or something. Lilim get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so... I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilim is a bit weird though. It is? You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilim doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retarded and doll is like calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilim? As far as I know, because they all came from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilim are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Oh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julian and you almost stole me a new one with your glare. See, like that. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julian? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything, from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple of episodes once, they were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show is about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. He fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presents Jules hating her jobs because she invited enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julian was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kid show, even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards or body image. Challenging as F. Whoa, you got excited there. And that is the problem. Back then I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs, dressed like her, I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's beside the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school. And what a surprise, twins are jackasses. No shit. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules, I always hold my grudge against those F-jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I worried about jerkasses singing and the theme tune of the show mocking me. Anyways, every time someone calls me Julian or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Paolo would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I found the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it though. It's actually kinda reasonable. Or hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. Hey boss, how do you like the men? 2D. 2D? Yes, I don't mind anything as long as that thing is cute or 2D. How about you? Back in high school I liked them funny. In college I liked them successful. After a while I just wanted them stable, and now I don't know. I stopped caring about them being funny. My high school boyfriend started conflating cheering me up with mocking me when I'm down. I also stopped caring about them being successful. I realized half the time they had no qualms about cheating with me or on me. And I stopped caring about them being stable. I realized they were the kind of person I was trying not to become. Not become stable? There was this guy who became so obsessed with holding a stable job that he hated. He started being physically ill. Not only that, the last time I managed to get some, I ended up throwing the guy out. He took incredible offense with how I smoked on the bed after sex. The bed could catch fire, you know? Not you too. I kinda envy Alma for that. At least when she dumps a guy it's for less petty reasons. Are you okay? I'm fine, it all boils down to the fact that I can't get my mind off Lenore lately. She was all what I just said. She made me laugh, she had a good position and was stable. She was also smart, caring, and why can't I get my mind off the whole thing? It's maddening. Maybe I should go and apologize. Maybe I should, maybe that will make me rest easier at night, get my mind off things for a while. I don't even care about going back to her, but hey Jill, have you tried thinking about clothes for Fore? Clothes for... Listen, I know how you must feel, but you can't let all of that cloud your senses. Next time you feel overwhelmed by these thoughts, try distracting yourself. Like we'd say, thinking what kind of clothes you can put on for. Yeah. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind, you're included in this circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. Anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time, a red-headed glass-wearing gun nut called Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing? That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too. I got the idea from her actually. Oh. It's called Nirvana. This is their next game. I so want to play it when it's out. But I haven't seen like a release for Linux yet, so I'm hoping it'll come out. And if you thought this city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to F with. And mean it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened Nirvana B in the hotel instead. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave. Woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco police force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. And that's from Read Only Memories. Wait, you were in the what? I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. Corporate what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you, Gil, and Sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there's a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home in college I went out a lot, but it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Yeah, I can imagine. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friends since moving here is Alma, O, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. You know, he's a cat. Yeah, cat's fine too, you know. Boss, hey boss. How did you lose your V card? V, huh? No, your V card, your first time, you're deflowering. Ooh, that well. I'm legally bound to not disclose that information. Does that mean you lost it? Can't disclose that information. Come on, just give me a hint or... Jill, bad things will happen for everyone if that info is revealed in any way. Alright, shish. I can only say this, the whole thing is related to my mechanical arm. Great, now you're just teasing me. Any reason you want to know that? Well, everyone's first time is always a mess, but it's always to know. It was as messy as a time as mine. What happened? Well, I got all lovey-dovey with my first boyfriend, and when we both got naked, when I saw his dick, I just started, I started laughing. Not necessarily a bad reaction. What? Got nervous? Nervous? No, I just find dicks funny. They're funny. They have a sack attached to them, and they grow, and they're just stupid. Us. Oh, I love the writing. So how did your boyfriend react? He went flaccid from the laughter and just shrunk and went limp. I had to work it out for a bit so I could control my laughter, but it's so hard, they're just so stupid. Stupid Vithras. Jill. Out of beer. Huh? Well, let's see how to move her back inside before she catches a cold. We will reach chapter 2. Your electricity bill will be sent out on the 24th. Please make sure you have the 8,000 needed. Jill is curious about the rumor she saw. Getting on one will prevent her from being distracted. Have a nice... Oh, boss left the hoodie anyway. The rumor. Okay, I can get that. Danger you. Apollo Bank is getting attacked. 2, 3, 4. Media is still awfully quiet about it. Augmented I talked about it, but very briefly. Maybe someone lost their job due to that one rogue article. It was from Kim. She's always trying to write serious shit, but I think I got tired of her. Effing shame. So all we'll get is clickbait from now on. I'm gonna get worse. At the very least. White Knight said there's a lot of people inside the building. At least 3 people are already dead. How? If someone there shooting people? Looks like it was the security from the building, but I've got no details yet. Sounds weird as F. Come on, Insider Anon. You gotta give us more. Doing my best there. Thank you, best Anon. Explosion registered, and media still quiet about it. Can't confirm there's an explosion, but it looks like it was one of them. So there's more bombs, not just one? That's right. Do we have any clue on who's doing this? I'm hearing from several sources that this is a group, a new one, looking to overthrow the government. No names have been mentioned, and it looks like it's not a group but just one person who set up all this. That's pretty ballsy, and this is just a rumor around here, but Alice Rabbit might be involved. How? A hacker is helping out hostages to escape and they're suspecting of Alice. Someone doing stupid shit on the internet is being actually useful? Can confirm the situation has finally reached its end. The attacker was shot dead, but a huge amount of data was released from servers all around the world. Remember the leaks from Alice? Those were nothing compared to this. Proof of corruption, money laundering, espionage, it's actually pretty unsettling. Damn. The file is available from approximately 600 sources, terabytes that contain all operations from the Glitch City government and White Knight operations. It seems the ultimate goal from the attacker was not to blow up the bank but lead hostages toward the servers inside of the bank, which had the files under several layers of physical security. That shit sounds whack. How do you even make a plan this complex? No idea, but that's what some of the witnesses are telling the police. Okay, it looks like I have to leave, but I'll try to write down all the details for a future post. Gonna need some time. Gone. The injured use admin has been arrested. Again. Famous hacker Alice Rabbit graced the popular text board Danger You with a new threat which resulted in the rest of the site's admin noses fair for a second time. We have no details to give other than that he was arrested as part of an ongoing investigation. We are now busy tracking down the message that appeared yesterday. When inquired about the rest, would only respond with a calm, not this shit again. Nanocam is now making smart underwear. If underwear you can change with a voice command is something you really wanted in your life, Nanocam has you covered. Already providing consumer versions of their advanced nanomachine fabric, they plan to release a line of underwear that can change its look with a spoken word. No more stains in your white panties, just change its color to black and you will barely notice. That won't change the smell though, they're not that advanced. If you expect an increase in sales next year, blah 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 blah. GSF January 4th card. The blood feud between Giant Yosuke and 66 American Gin will reach its climax this January 4th at the annual GSF Dome event. But it's not the only match of the night. Yeah, okay. A Red Comet Jr.? What? The Great Dicky and Arends versus Giant Yosuke. Red Comet Jr. versus Nagisa. Akito versus the Great Decay. Roy Campbell versus Arends. Jack Bomb and Blaze versus Holly and Karol Kolta. Osuna versus Siegfried. Okay.